Top designer pickups of 2020. I'm Chris, you're watching FRAG-MENTAL. In today's video, I'm bringing you my top pickups. I'm Chris, you're watching FRAG-MENTAL. In this video, I'm bringing you my top pickup. I'm Chris, you're watching FRAG-MENTAL. In today's video, I'm bringing you my top designer pickups so far of 2020. Stay tuned to FM. I've already done the niche version of this video, the best niche fragrances I've added to my collection so far in 2020, but not everyone's all about niche. I know a lot of you out there love your designers, so do I. So I thought I'd get my designer recommendations lined up for you today to go through. I've got 6 fragrances, and just to remind you, these are not fragrances released this year. They are fragrances that I've added to my collection so far this year in 2020. Let's go. The first one I want to recommend to you is superb value for money. I think I paid around about £40 for this. I think it's the equivalent in dollars. It's from Guerlain. It is part of their L'Homme Ideal line. It's the EDP. The signature accord at the heart of this fragrance is this lovely creamy almond. By the way, I do love the EDT as well. It's perhaps a little more diffusive, so projecting a bit more than this one, but I just love the added richness and complexity that this EDP has. So as well as this creamy almond, there's citruses and spices giving this a great pop. It's got a lot of lift, particularly in the opening. And then in the heart of this, there's this gorgeous incense swirling around this cherry almond accord, and I think it's this combination that's making it come off a little boozy almost, which I absolutely adore about this fragrance. I would say the perfect time to wear this is either in the autumn, winter, spring. Could be a little too much for the summer, although if you get cooler summer days, I'm sure it would be okay. So it's really versatile. This is a designer fragrance that balances quality, affordability, complexity, and sophistication perfectly. It's ideal. Most of my lists have a Tom Ford fragrance somewhere. I love the brand, particularly the Private Blend collection. I think that's fantastic. But the Private Blend can sometimes be pushing the envelope a little bit too much for some people in terms of creativity. So this fragrance is from the signature line. It keeps things beautifully simple and classy. It's Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour takes its inspiration from the classic Gentleman's Aromatic Fougere, and it does it beautifully. I love wearing this. I get a great performance, projection is fantastic, great longevity as well. So lavender is the most prominent note in here. There's a lot of lavender. If you're not a fan of lavender, you might not appreciate this. Some people can find lavender kind of a bit old-timey-ish. I don't have that association, thankfully. Also in here, there's some mint, so it's got a nice freshness. There's some oak moss providing loads of depth, and some basil as well. So it's got a slight herbal barbershop feel to it. If you want a fragrance that is well put together and gentlemanly, a DNA that is both classic and modern at the same time, Tom Ford's Beau de Jour could be for you. The next one is the cheapest on the list at just £12.99 for 100ml. I think it's similar price in dollars if you're in the US. It's part of Zara's tobacco collection. It is unexpected, fresh, spicy. This is a tobacco fragrance that somehow manages to be quite bright and airy. I think it must be the spices in here which seem to give it a lot of lift and this gorgeous pop. It reminds me a little bit of a chai latte. So imagine a chai latte accord mixed with tobacco and cinnamon. I think there might be a bit of saffron in here as well. It's quite a versatile fragrance actually. I think you could wear this all year round, perhaps not the hottest or warmest of summer days. You might want to go for something a little bit fresher, but other than that, great versatility. I think this has average performance, I would say, but at $12.99, I ain't complaining. The next one is one I'm really pleased to have. I've wanted this one for the longest time. This is from the brand Escentric Molecules, and it's based around one single molecule. That molecule is ambroxan. It's Escentric Molecules Molecule 02. This one is not to be confused with Escentric O2 from the same brand. This one is Molecule O2. Escentric O2 does have ambroxan in, but it also has some other notes. It's very lovely, I enjoy that one, I wouldn't mind having that one as well. So if you wear this on its own, you're gonna get a kind of bright, fresh, warm, woody fragrance is the best way I can describe it. Super easy to wear. If you want to go out and wear something pretty simple but you want to smell good and you don't want anything too complex, this is a good choice. If you want potentially, say, a gym scent and you want to smell good and fresh and clean but you don't want to smell too much of fragrance, then Molecule 01, which is based around Isoe Super, or Molecule 02 would be great choices. You can also layer these with fragrances. So if you layer number 2 with any fragrance, you're going to give it an ambroxan boost. So that is just going to change the scent slightly. It's going to give it a bit more punch with that ambroxan, and also it could potentially improve the performance of a fragrance. So if you've got any fragrances that you love but they don't perform amazingly well, like potentially the Zara one I've just shown you, then you could layer this with something like Molecule 02 and that will give it a little bit of a boost. So this is super easy to wear and super versatile.
Join the Scent Geeks every Monday as we podcast about all things fragrance. You'll find us anywhere you can usually find a podcast. Links are in the description below this video. See you there, geeks.
The next one is the latest from the 1 million line. I've recently just been getting into 1 million. I was late to the party. I missed the boat when it first came out, and I've only recently discovered it. I've actually added 1 million to my collection. I've also added this. This is the new 1 million Parfum. I'm really enjoying this one at the moment. I'm just gonna have to spray it just to smell it again. Oh, I just love it. So this is richer and deeper and probably more rounded and a little bit more complex. There's some leather in here, so it does smell the most complex of the 1 millions, but you still get that 1 million core DNA, but there's this gorgeous kind of salty tuberose at the heart of it. And it's this accord that makes me think of rubbing sun cream into warm skin. So it's got that almost coconut sun cream holiday vibe to it. So the composition of this fragrance, the way it's made up, you would normally perhaps say it's more suited to cooler temperatures, like maybe autumn time. But because it's got this holiday association for me with the sun cream on warm skin and the salty accords, I associate it with summer. So personally, I think I could easily wear this all year round. 1 million Parfum, I think, is a great entry into the line. All right, the last one I'm going to recommend to you is also from the 1 million line. This is one I'd smelt in store and people were saying to me all the time, Chris, if you love tobacco, you really should try this one. This is 1 million Prive. Prive's got a lovely fruity opening. There's some apple and mandarin, and then lovely bit of cinnamon also there as well. It's not as heavy, it's not as weighty as the Parfum. It's a little more effervescent, a little more lively, a little more fun. I think the Parfum is, whilst I love it, perhaps it leans a little more mature. This definitely, to me, has a bit of a younger vibe, but I love it. It does have some complexity though. There is some tobacco and myrrh in here, which is giving it this lovely resinous quality. So it's a bright, good fun fragrance. I think you could wear this whenever you want, but it would work really well as a clubbing scent, as a party scent, in the same way that Mugler's Pure Malt has that great fun vibe to it. I think this one for me is doing a similar job. For the price you can pick this one up for at discounters, I think it's well worth grabbing. Lovely scent. I'm not sure how well it works as a layering combo with the Parfum, but I'll let you know. Okay, so those were my best designer pickups so far of 2020. I can recommend all of them to you. I love them. Let me know what you think of them. I'm sure many of you out there are familiar with them. And also let me know what your best pickups so far this year have been. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. Until next time, be disruptive, wear what you want, when you want, have fun, make sure you subscribe to FRAG-MENTAL, hit that notifications bell, smash that like button, leave some comments down below, and I'll see you next time on FRAG-MENTAL.